I'm J.G. Sandom. I'm a novelist, a lifelong storyteller, and the founder of a company called Cremstar, working to modernize how we care for people at the end of life. This series is called Last Things First, conversations about mortality, memory, and meaning. Let's begin. There's a phrase people use without thinking much about it. They say, your days are numbered. And most people hear that as something ominous. But in truth, it's just mathematics. Every experience in your life happens a finite number of times. There will be a last time you walk your child to school, a last summer when everyone is under the same roof, a last phone call from someone whose voice you know by heart. Not someday, but at some point. And the strange thing is, we almost never recognize it when it's happening. The last time rarely announces itself. It doesn't arrive with ceremony or warning. It just passes. Ordinary, unremarkable, unnoticed. A conversation you meant to continue, a visit you assumed you'd repeat, a tradition you thought would always be there. We live as if these things renew automatically, as if time is something we can quietly rely on, but it isn't. If you sit with this long enough, you begin to see your life differently, not as a long open stretch of time, but as a series of diminishing moments, not in a frightening way, in a clarifying one. Because when something is finite, it becomes valuable. Attention sharpens, presence deepens. The ordinary begins to feel less ordinary. A drive, a meal, a conversation. Not just something that happened, but something that will not happen forever. This isn't about living in fear of what ends. It's about noticing what's here, about recognizing that the moments we move through without thinking are often the ones we would hold on to if we knew they were the last. There's a simple way to hold on to more of these moments, not perfectly, not completely, but meaningfully. Tell the stories while you can still tell them. Write them down. Record a voice. Capture a moment. Because memory fades quietly. And without something to hold on to, even the most important moments can drift out of sight. Think of it as leaving a kind of marker, a small light for the people who come after you. Not to capture everything, just enough to help them find their way back. We don't get to choose when the last time happens, but we do get to choose how present we are for the ones that remain. If this conversation resonated with you, I invite you to explore more about planning ahead, honoring memory, and making thoughtful choices for yourself and your family. Dealing with death does not have to be frightening, unsettling, or even unwelcome. Death is as natural as childbirth. You can learn more at Cremstar or Memory Box or Final Spring, and please carry this conversation forward with someone you love, because sometimes the last things really should come first.